we do get a... yeah, well, it seems to be lagging, but the frame rate is okay, so I'm not sure why that is. Seems to be something graphical in the game, but I have no idea. So again, not the best gank ever, but they do get a kill this time. They do have to waste a lot of it, and one of the enemies dies. I thought Yi would just run out of there. They should have been satisfied with getting the one kill instead of trying to get another one. And now they might actually lose... oh, another flash. So they drew out 2 flashes for 1, and or they wasted 2 flashes for 1, and they got 1 kill for yeah, well, they got 1 kill for 1 kill for 1 death. So not the best gank ever. Yeah, if the enemy team would have just been satisfied with getting 1 kill, then ran out and regrouped, or well, healed and went back to lane, would have been a much better choice, of course. Here again, ignite, that's way too early. You shouldn't use ignite like that. Although against the healer, I guess it has some uses, because that way she cannot heal, but she can heal 1 time only during a team fight, because the cooldown is too long to heal twice normally in a team fight. And yeah, so your ignite is only going to reduce that by about 50%, or to about 50%, so by 50%. And yeah, not doing a whole lot, but sure, you can use it. Yeah, it's a shame we cannot see the health. So in the meantime, Swain just farming it up, getting some harassment done by whoever is in his lane. Not even an ice blast from Nunu, that's surprising. Normally you see Nunus passing by trying to do at least 1 ice blast and get a minion to get back the, or so consume a minion to get back the health they lost on, well, 1 tower shot normally. But I guess this Nunu understands that it's probably not going to do anything. So missing an arrow here wouldn't have done anything anyway, but yeah, if you want to use your arrow that way, sure, why not? Up to 66 minion kills here, Blitzcrank also up to about the same, and then Vayne in the bottom lane getting a lot of minion kills because Sona doesn't want the minions. And Nunu, of course, a little bit lower on the minion count because he's jungling, and there's not a lot of jungle minions compared to the laning minions. So excellent use of the ultimate there, taking out all of the minions, while regaining the health you lose by being attacked by the minions. So, good work. And of course, well, the Nunu came by, that's what made it all possible. And making good use of the fact that Nunu was in the lane. So top lane has a pink ward out, probably a good idea because Evelynn is starting to gain some real damage. Evelynn can be built as both a physical and an AP champion. And she's going for physical damage here. So people should react accordingly by getting some armor probably. Well, normally tenacity is the best to have against her. So that was a good arrow. It missed everyone, but had it hit, it would actually give him the chance to these two to get something out of it. So Evelyn apparently doing a lot of damage because Nunu has to run out. And they don't get a kill, it seems. So the advantage of AD Evelyn, like with all AD champions, is that you can build her a little more tanky. You can also include lifesteal and you can include critical strike. All in all, it's a relatively high damage build, but it doesn't do too well early game because your lifesteal doesn't do too much yet. Since it depends on your damage, and your damage isn't too high. And, well, I like the AP version of Evelyn a little bit more because that makes her a complete ganker. So you don't stick to kind of the half-half build like. Well, you want to be a ganker, but you cannot really risk everything. And well, if you want to be a ganker, this is what Nunus normally do. So do one Ice Blast, get one minion, and then go back to jungle. Just to scare the opponents out of the lane and make sure that the mid champion can actually farm up some of the minions, or most of the minions. So Nunu immediately going top and trying to get something going there. It is of course very hard against most champions that hug the tower to get anything done, but as long as you don't push your lane, which they have been doing consistently all game, if you don't push your lane, if you keep the minions in the mid, people will have to commit to the mid of the lane, and you can harass a lot more. And that is kind of the problem they've been having here. And yeah, well, with Swain you have to push the lane every now and then because you have to use your ultimate to gain back your life, and that immediately pushes the lane into the enemy turret. So you are going to have to be careful about that. You're going to have to place some wards, and as you can see, they should take out this ward. So if I can see it, they can see it. Yeah, that's a shame. If that had hit, that would have done a lot of damage to Evelyn and probably killed her. So apparently Vayne is having a bad connection here. Vayne is also on Skype, by the way. I told you all 5 of them were on Skype. And get this Evelyn, come on. Yeah, nice one. But all 5 of them are on Skype, but one of them has a bad microphone, or yeah, bad microphone, that's what it was. So he can actually hear the communication, but not participate in it. Oh, if someone could tell me how to get the counter up for the frames per second in, or the lag in the game, I would be very, very grateful, because I want to see my own ping during the game and I haven't been able to. I can see my frames per second because I'm running fraps, and that gives you a frames per second counter, plus there's a little number on the top right which is always at 30 in my case because I'm recording, and that makes the game run at exactly 30 because I want it to run at 30. But yeah, normally in game I cannot see my my latency, so I cannot see where the lag is coming from, whether it is from my computer or from yeah, my internet connection. And by having the counter somewhere, that would really help me out. So, yeah, as you can see, Swain has been pushing the lane again. And yeah, he has some trouble now to farm here because he knows Evelyn's here somewhere. So we just saw her here. And there's Yi. Yi's stealing some XP from Ashe, and then running to the bottom. And yeah, all the minions have gone. So Ashe is doing exactly the same thing, so killing all the minions as soon as they come into range. While it would be in her best interest to not push the lane at all, to just stay at her turrets. Because battling against Swain is kinda hard for any champion. Except, I guess, Misfortune, because Misfortune actually has a skill that, well, I think the W skill, which reduces lifesteal, or life gain in general. And having that against Swain is a big advantage. So Swain coming out to help here because there's 4 bottom, and he's actually going to get 1 kill, but then Nunu dies, so that's 1 for 1. And getting the Nunu here. Oh, almost. Oh, he does get it. I would have flashed in that direction to have the ultimate finish him off. So get 1 or 2 more of the birds in. But apparently it's enough. So the Ravens doing their job. Well done, getting the never move to actually hit. Because that's one of the things with Swain that you cannot really rely on. If people just walk out of the zone, then there is no stun. Okay, that was probably a wrong flash. Yeah, Evelyn was coming here, so there she is. And Sona, come on, heal him. And more importantly, speed him up. Or her. It's a her. I know that. I don't know where Swain went. Here he is. Swain is just staying in the bush to surprise the rest. Okay. Not staying in the bush until the champions are actually there. And probably should be going back to mid, because mid has a lot of minions now. And nobody's going to get the XP from that. So the only reason to have 3 people in lane is when you're trying to push or trying to gank. And by now, you should be moving back to mid. Especially with a champion there. Well, Nunu is probably going to save this turret from falling. Well, save. It's not a huge deal here yet.